Go, go, go. Let's move. Ready to roll out. Orders received.
Now what I do at this second base is I first take out those supply depots, and then I build up some more starports and build some supply depots of my own. This base is also going to become the rally point for all of my unit producing structures. So all of my factories and starports are going to be rallying here. Because now my only objective is to build up my 24 tanks, my 12 dropships, and my 6 wraiths. That is the ultimate goal here. It's a little bit overkill, but it's a surefire way to end the mission. Again, it's 24 tanks, 12 dropships, and 6 wraiths. So now that I've got my second geyser, I can easily build those. And I just need the structures to be able to produce that much. You don't have to build additional starports if you don't want to. If you feel more comfortable building defensive structures to defend your base, because you haven't gotten here quite as quick as I have, then you're going to want to put up turrets all around the north and eastern side of your base, because if you take too long in this mission, eventually Alpha Squadron, which is the white Terrans in this mission, eventually Alpha Squadron is going to start building battle cruisers, and the red guys, I don't know their names, the red guys are going to start sending in science vessels, and both of them are going to start sending in ghosts. So, and start trying to nuke you and all kinds of things like that, which is why I push so fast in this mission. So if you haven't been quite as quick getting to this point as I have, then go ahead and throw up some defensive structures, a couple bunkers, tier your siege tanks, and put up some missile turrets. But if you want to be bold about it, then just do what I do and just start rallying all of your units here, start building your dropships, start building your tanks, and get ready for your final push. And this next bit is rather uneventful. It's just a matter of me building up a large army. So I'm going to go ahead and speed it up to save everybody some time.
Your forces are under attack.
And here, while I'm trying to build up my units, Alpha Squadron decides to give me a hard time. I really wasn't expecting an attack here, so I handled this very poorly. I had some terrible micro, and I ended up losing 3 wraiths and a number of tanks. So after this fight is over, I get to rebuild those units. You can see that Goliath's just picking off my wraiths. Wraiths are pretty much paper airplanes. They can't take a hit at all. You have to make use of their speed and their cloaking if you want to defend them in any way. So I don't really recommend using wraiths too much. I am just too much of an advocate of flying units to get away from them, which is why I have been using them throughout this game. Anyway, that science vessel comes in and irradiates some of my marines. It doesn't matter, I'm not going to use them anyway. It just frees up some more supply for me, so I mean, in a way it was kind of a good thing. Only I could look at my units, see them die, and say, hey, that's a good thing. But I'll make sure and go over to their families' houses and be like, oh, we're sorry for your loss. He died bravely in battle. Even though, like, secretly, I was like, yes, he's dying. Alright, that's terrible. Anyway, I've cleared out that squad of Alpha Squadron. So now I'm just going to go ahead and continue building up tanks, and I'm going to be putting them in all of my dropships. Here's a quick way to drop tanks into dropships, by the way. Nope, not yet. I'm going to speed this up. Okay, here is how you quickly load tanks into dropships, or any units really. Select them all, up to 12. And hold down your shift button and then right click on each dropship sequentially. In this case I'm right clicking on 6 of them because dropships can only hold 2 tanks at a time, so for all 12 that I have selected, only 6 are going to be able to handle a load. So I go ahead and just queue up their waypoint list like that, and send the tanks into the dropships. And I separated the other dropships over to the lower left, so I know which ones are empty and which ones are full. And I'm selecting a whole new group of tanks and doing it again. So you can see that they'll all go do their jobs and load up into the dropships without me having to do anything else. And all I have to do is keep track of which ones have tanks in them and which ones don't.
I copy that. Hang on, we're in for some chop. Input coordinates. In transit, HQ. Strap yourselves in, boys. I copy that. In transit, HQ.
Yes, sir. Delighted
Go ahead,
to, sir.
HQ. Strap yourselves in, boys.
Okay, all my dropships are loaded, and now it's time for my final push. I know I said I was going for 6 rates, but I ended up with 8, so that's what I'm going in with. 8 are going in. Stick to the left side of the map here. You can see me comsatting my path all the way up, and I have my comsats set to 1 and 2 on my keyboard, so it's easy to just comsat that path. Ignore that turret with your dropships. It can't take you out, it's just a lone turret. And what I do is I send the dropships in to unload first because they have a slight acceleration time, and then I select my rates and I send them in at the same time with the dropships. I try and position my rates over to the right side and have them attack random things as I go in, because I want the ghosts to lock down the rates instead of the dropships or the tanks. Once my tanks are down, I select them all in siege mode and right click on the ion cannon, and it only takes a couple of volleys for it to go down. And there you go. That's the easy way to take this victory. You can probably do it faster with fewer units, but I tried it with 4 dropships instead of 12, and I think really the sweet spot is probably 8 dropships and 6 rates. You probably don't want to skimp on the rates, but 6 dropships could also probably do it. But I think the most surefire way to get through that is to use 12. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed it. For those of you who were here for my World of Warcraft videos, stick around. They'll be coming out again shortly. I'll be working on the Ramparts video very soon and have that coming out. And again, I do have a Scarlet Monastery video that I want to bring out as well, so I can show you guys that. Overall, let me know what you think. If you didn't like it, rate it low. If you did like it, please rate it high. And if you think this is interesting, please subscribe. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Cheers.